So, this year's Elimination Chamber was really all over the place. A lot of things I liked, a lot of things I didn't like. Let's get into it. This is my review of the 2026 edition of Elimination Chamber. Before we get into the entire review, let me know down in the comments below, what did you like? What did you dislike? I bet you I can guess everything you disliked. First, we have the Women's Elimination Chamber to start off this pay-per-view or premium live event or whatever you want to call it nowadays. Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Alexa Bliss versus Kiana James versus Asuka. I got them all. The match opened up with Kiana James and Tiffany Stratton. I thought they're a little, because it seems like when somebody comes in, they get to show off what they do, but because they both open, they only have the 5 minutes in between somebody else coming out to show off what they can do. And I thought they were going to have a much more fast-paced match to open this up. They didn't. They had, I would say, more of a mix between that and technical, but otherwise a good opening to this match. And then it's pretty much back-to-back-to-back, that exact same thing, because next was Asuka, who came out. Then it was Alexa Bliss, and then it was Rhea Ripley. Kiana James is able to eliminate Alexa Bliss via Asuka giving her the poison mist, because Alexa Bliss had Kiana James in her little, Sister Abigail DDT kind of position. Asuka sprays the poison mist in her face. Kiana James rolls her up for the 3 count. Then Raquel Rodriguez comes out, and Raquel just absolutely starts decimating every single person in this match. They made Raquel look so strong here. It was insane. And I can't remember exactly who it was, but she winds up picking, I want to say, Kiana James up and runs her through one of the pods like she's a linebacker or something. She eventually gets back into the ring. She slams both Asuka and Kiana James, or Kiana James onto Asuka, and pins them both at the same time. Tiffany and Rhea make their way onto Raquel, beating her up. Tiffany eventually eliminates Raquel after the two beat her up, and it's Tiffany and Rhea as our final two. The match ends with Tiffany going for her patented prettiest moonsault ever. Rhea pushes her off the turnbuckle into the Elimination Chamber pod, pulls her back in the ring, riptide, 1, 2, 3. We are officially having Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. And I kind of thought it would be this just because, the two powerhouses. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. They haven't done much with Jade and her title reign. I've liked the little bit they have done. But otherwise, this one is really up in the air for me. It could go either way. Though, I did enjoy this Women's Elimination Chamber match. I think it was really fun. Next on the card for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, we have champion Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I almost said AJ Styles for a second. I had AJ Styles on the mind. But AJ Lee looks really impressive in this match for it being her first singles match in over a decade. Not a lot happens in the match. It's a lot of back and forth. Becky getting a lot of offense, then AJ Lee coming back getting a lot of offense. It's just back and forth. That is until Jessica Carr, the ref, starts getting involved in this match. There's a point where Becky Lynch takes off the turnbuckle pad while Jessica Carr is looking over AJ Lee. This would come back to bite both Jessica Carr and Becky Lynch. Jessica Carr takes 2 big bumps. She gets slammed into the turnbuckle, and then she gets bumped again, getting knocked out, allowing Becky Lynch to go to the outside, beat up on AJ Lee, and bring a chair into the match. Becky hits AJ Lee onto the chair, and it's kind of awkward how she lands. I think they meant to hit her head onto the chair, but she winds up hitting her leg, and so then they do a DDT right onto the chair to make sure, hey, we got it clean, And then right after this, Becky goes to pin AJ Lee for the 3 count, but AJ Lee is able to kick out. After this, Becky Lynch goes to use that same turnbuckle that the pad is still no longer on to hit AJ Lee's head on it Jessica Carr stops her. AJ Lee, I believe, goes for a roll-up pin. That gets broken up. And then AJ Lee falls into that little turnbuckle, but she doesn't hit it. She stops herself beforehand, moves out of the way as Becky Lynch pops her head on it. AJ Lee gets her into her, what is it called? The Black Widow or something, her submission move, whatever it's called. And she taps out Becky Lynch, and AJ Lee is our new Intercontinental champion. And this was a good match. I don't want to say it was a bad match, but I just don't understand AJ Lee winning. Because is it just going to be Becky Lynch and AJ at WrestleMania for the belt again? Is it going to be Maxine Dupree? Is it going to be Natty? I just don't know where they're going to go. Here is my crazy prediction for what the WrestleMania match is going to be. It's going to be a triple threat match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Champion AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch versus the debuting Jessica Carr. That's right. The referee, Jessica Carr, will have her first match at WrestleMania for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Do I think that's really going to happen? No, but I think it'd be kind of crazy if it did. The third match on this card, we have for the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk versus Finn Bálor. CM Punk is here in Chicago. He's the hometown boy. There's no way he loses, right? Just like the Becky and AJ match, this match starts out with a good back and forth between the two. The tides kind of switch though when CM Punk hits a dive onto Finn Bálor, making him hit the announce table. He comes back in, and then eventually Finn is able to rally back. Once Finn rallies back, it's almost like 80% Finn Bálor offense and 20% CM Punk just trying to come back. Because for most of this match, CM Punk looks beat. I don't know where it happened, but he even gets bloodied in the mouth, and Finn doesn't even look like he's broken a sweat at all in this entire match. This match would eventually go to the outside of the ring when CM Punk is able to hit Finn, I believe with his first GTS of the match, but Finn perfectly just rolls out of the ring. You have to go see how he just magically rolls out of the ring. It was so perfect. And Punk lines him up on the barricade to, run down and do that spot where they go through the timekeeper's area. But Finn is able to reverse it into a sling blade. Punk goes to the timekeeper's area, is up on the barricade. Finn runs back, runs at Punk, hits him with a running, Finn doesn't do a drop kick. It's whatever that kick that he does in the turnbuckle at the barricade right here, slamming Punk through the timekeeper's area and bringing him back into the ring. Finn goes for a coup de grace, but Punk is able to get his leg up, and he somehow turns this coup de grace into a sharpshooter. It isn't the perfect execution, but it was still amazing how they did this. Off of that, Finn gets out. They go back and forth for just a little bit longer. Punk's hit the GTS, and 1, 2, 3... CM Punk is still our World Heavyweight Champion, and our WrestleMania match is still CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. CM Punk beat Finn Bálor clean as a whistle. There was no Dom, there was no JD, no Raquel, no Liv, no Roxanne. There wasn't a single person from the Judgment Day. Finn lost clean. And it's not like we all didn't know that Finn was going to lose. We knew he was going to lose, but we thought that it would be in Judgment Day coming out, and he gets kind of screwed over because Dom screws him over or JD screws him over. Kind of like how Finn and Damian, when Damian was still in the Judgment Day, how they were kind of messing each other up in their matches when they were actually trying to help each other out. And you know what? I'm fine with it. As long as we keep pushing Finn to something better than just being in a nothing tag team with JD, I'm fine with it. But I hated after the match, they had the stupid handshake. They always have to have this stupid respect for each other. I am so sick of the respect between these guys. They're not supposed to like each other. Why are they shaking hands afterwards? Finn should be pissed off that he lost. It's just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And just before our main event in the men's Elimination Chamber match, we have what is inside the mysterious crate. What could it be? Could it be Chris Jericho? Could it be what I guessed in Bad Bunny? Well, I don't know how to tell you guys this, but they didn't even announce anything. They didn't roll it out to the ring. The lights went dim. They had a spotlight on it. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce both had crowbars. They popped it open. You see a coffin inside, and Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce just go, eh. And they literally just walk off stage. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. They just walk off stage. The thing opens, and these vampire women come out of this coffin. It's like eight or nine of them come out of there. And then Danhausen comes out. Danhausen is officially in WWE. He walks down to the ring, goes to the announcer's table, hands from outside, or not outside, he reaches into his pants, pulls out a jar of teeth, and gives it to Michael Cole. He then goes inside the ring. All the vampire women are in there with him. He does his little dance number thing, does his little pose. There's a little poof of smoke in front of the ring. All the lights go black, and that was it. We waited, 3 weeks to figure out what was inside this stupid box. And it was Danhausen. He didn't say anything. He didn't talk to anybody. He interacted with Michael Cole for 2 seconds. And the crowd was booing. The crowd didn't know what to think. I don't know if this was the right decision, WWE. And I don't even know if Danhausen will fit in WWE. Because you have, how do you put it? Like, Danhausen is such a character in WWE. He's more of like, and I mean no disrespect to Danhausen when I say this, but he's more Doink the Clown than he is, a Javon Evans. A Javon Evans is like a viable competitor. He's in the Elimination Chamber tonight. What did Doink ever do? I think he might have won the Intercontinental Championship, but, he's more on the level of R-Truth or, as of right now, Kit Wilson. And it's just like, is he just going to be jobbed out to people? I just don't understand where they're going to put him. Anyways, that was your mysterious crate that you waited 3 weeks for. Danhausen. He came out. He was maybe out there for 2 minutes. Fade to black. Way to go. And finally, for the main event, we have the men's Elimination Chamber match with Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans versus Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. If you remember, it was originally supposed to be Bronson Reed inside the chamber. He got injured in his qualifying match. Jey Uso wound up winning the qualifying match. He got injured on yesterday's SmackDown. And now Logan Paul qualified to take that spot in the Elimination Chamber match. Javon and Cody start the match, and this is, I would say, mostly Cody offense. Javon does get some stuff in here. Not soon after, Trick Williams comes out. They throw Cody to the wayside, and we get Javon versus Trick for a little while. Javon goes for an OG cutter on Trick Williams, but Trick is able to catch it and basically just do whatever he wants with Javon. After this, Logan Paul comes out, and Trick Williams, Cody Rhodes, and Javon Evans all beat the ever-living crap out of Logan Paul because everyone hates Logan Paul. Next is LA Knight. We get a really cool spot with LA Knight and Javon Evans on top of the pod with Logan Paul, where Javon and LA Knight throw Logan Paul onto Trick Williams and Cody Rhodes. And while he's still on the pod, LA Knight hits Javon Evans with the BFT, and Javon is out for a good while on that pod. Next, we get Randy Orton. He comes out, kind of wrecks shop. After all this, Javon finally wakes up from his nap from atop the pod. I'm thinking we're going to get an RKO or something, but no, Trick Williams is laid out on the ring mat, and Javon Evans does a frog splash onto him. He stands up. Logan Paul hits him with a pulverizer. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul eliminates Javon Evans. Not too soon after that, LA Knight is eliminated by Logan Paul. LA Knight botches his elbow, and I forget what Logan Paul hit him with. It might have been a pulverizer too, but yeah, Logan Paul has eliminated 2 competitors out of the Elimination Chamber. And then not too soon after that, Logan Paul eliminates Trick Williams. Cody Rhodes hits Trick Williams with the crossroads. Logan Paul throws Cody Rhodes into the ring post and pins Trick Williams, eliminating him. That's 3, count it, 3 eliminations for Logan Paul. As Trick Williams is getting escorted out, as they do in the Elimination Chamber, a masked man appears in the crowd. He starts trying to climb the cage on the outside, but security are able to get him, and it's just a swarm of security. Adam Pearce comes out, they unmask him. It's just another random dude that nobody knows who he is. And while everyone is distracted, another masked man comes out, beats up Logan Paul, hits him with the stomp, stands off to the wayside, pulls off his mask, and it's Seth freaking Rollins. He's back. Also, I forgot to mention, before Seth pulls off the mask, Cody does pin and eliminate Logan Paul. This is now 2 years in a row that Seth Rollins has completely and drastically changed the landscape of the main event scene of WrestleMania inside the Elimination Chamber. Cody and Seth have this little, stare off. Seth casually leaves the Elimination Chamber, hops the barricade, and we don't see him ever again. Cody turns around. Drew runs in, hits him with the championship. They have a little spat, and if I remember right, Randy hits Drew with the RKO, knocking him out, and then Randy hits Cody with the RKO and eliminates Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton has won the 2026 Elimination Chamber. I can't believe it. I was just predicting Randy Orton just to be different, but I got it right. I can't believe I actually got it right. So officially at WrestleMania, it will be for the WWE Championship, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I liked the Women's Elimination Chamber match. I'm not too happy about Rhea winning. I'm still up in the air about it. I liked the Men's Elimination Chamber match. There was enough chaos and storyline going around. I'm happy that Randy won, because now we have the storyline of he's going for number 15. He maybe wants to try and beat John Cena's record, I didn't too much care for Becky and AJ, but I didn't care for it before this, so it's kind of whatever. And then Punk and Bálor, while they had a good match, we all knew Punk was going to win. So I didn't even have to watch the match to know that Punk was going to win. It was so predictable. And then the mysterious crate. Listen, cool. Danhausen's in WWE. I don't know what they're going to do with him except job him out or just make him a comedy character, or maybe he'll win the Speed title. But as of right now, I ain't feeling Danhausen. I don't know. I just feel like they're just not going to utilize him well, like how they're doing, like how they did with R-Truth. They had R-Truth be such a good character when he's turned heel. He shaved his head and everything. And now he's just back to the goofy old R-Truth. I just hope they do more with Danhausen than they did with R-Truth. But I don't have high hopes. So I'm going to give this Elimination Chamber, I think it's just right down the middle. Honestly, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Because it wasn't absolutely amazing, but it wasn't absolutely trash either. Like I said, things I liked, things I didn't like. Even in matches that I didn't like Punk and Bálor, good match, had a lot of good stuff, and Becky and AJ, they had a good match. I just don't care about their rivalry at all. So yeah, I'm going to go 2.5 out of 5 stars. Let me know down in the comments below, what did you think about all the matches? What do you think about our WrestleMania main events now? What do you think about the mysterious crate and Danhausen being in WWE? Let me know in those comments down below. If you watched this far into the video and you enjoyed, go ahead and hit that like button. I can't even talk right now. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can know every single time that this channel uploads. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.